So we're here at Clarion House today with Rosie's Plaque Shack. So it's the Pendle Radicals project meets Rosie's Plaques, and we are making new plaques for 6 amazing women whose stories deserve to be told.
Rosie's Plaques is a guerrilla art project. Basically, we dress up as Rosie the Riveter and we make plaques for women who don't have plaques, and we put them up in places in order to draw attention to the fact that there's not enough recognition of women in heritage plaques.
Lots of people were saying, hey, come and do this in my town. We've got women we'd like to celebrate. And we said, we won't do it for you, but we will come and we'll help you to make plaques. We start off with a silicone cake mould. Into that we press soft clay. We press the words in. They are in mirror writing. We carefully map it out first. We then pour an art material into the mould. That then hardens. We then pour in another layer into which we put a couple of screws that become the fixings. And after about 24 hours, we peel the clay and scrub it, and you have your plaque, and then you paint it.
I chose a plaque that represents 2,000 women and girls who marched for peace. I marched for peace from Nelson in 1981, I think, went on an overnight march to Manchester. Yeah, it all feels very meaningful, to say the least.
These plaques today, I think, are a brilliant idea because it brings to the forefront people who shouldn't be in the background. She had a great quote about her. She was a scourge at knobsticks. And I think that making knobsticks sit up and think, that is a message that's really, really strong, isn't it?
I've been making a plaque for the Northwest writer Ethel Carney Holdsworth. It just appeals to me, the fact that these are guerrilla blue plaques. They're not official, but nobody pays any attention to women's achievements. And if nobody's going to change and put women's achievements on blue plaques, well, we've just got to do it ourselves, haven't we?
Out of all the heritage plaques in this country, only 12.5% of them represent women. What we're going to do is we're going to draw attention to that fact and hope that starts a conversation, and that starts some action, and that starts to change.
So the plaque I've been making today was for Mary Winter. She got sacked for refusing to take off her lesbian liberation badge at work, and so she organised a series of protests and to fight for her right to wear her badge and to be proud of who she really was. I think is amazing, and I think that's a really inspirational story for everybody.
What we really want to do is remind people that history isn't just about the history of men. It's the history of women should be much, much more prominent, and actually it isn't.
It's a really fantastic thing to bring out and honour the women whose, even if the contribution is small and one-off or massive, the fact that people all over the country are finding them and telling the stories and doing it in a variety of ways, including blue plaques.
Very often the plaques aren't just honouring the women that they represent, they're also honouring the women that made them, because the women choose the wordings themselves and they make them themselves in a kind of slow, organic way, and I think that's really important. That's what makes them so magical and different, really.
So the plan for the plaques is that they will appear in locations around Pendle in the future, so do look out for them. And also all of the stories will be listed on the Rosie's Plaques website as well, so you'll be able to find out a bit more about the women beyond the limited wording that we've been able to put on the plaques.
Well, I've really enjoyed it because the Rosies are obviously completely committed to what they're doing, and they've obviously done it loads of times before. They know exactly how to help people. They've got all the resources, and so they made it an absolute dream.
I feel like I've had a chance to play and have some fun. I've met some amazing artists and women who are making a difference to our society moving forward. And I've had an absolutely wonderful day. I've had a lovely day.